Where I'm going with this, man, is this. Like, if you bad enough, then say it. Because you're going to have to answer to it. That's where we come from. Like, when you was in homeroom and you talking your trash, you going to know what to say and not what to say. Because you're going to get hit upside your head. Am I right? Or am I right?
Yeah.
So, say what you want to say. The line is to be drawn when you have to see that person. So, if you want to be disrespectful and that person comes up to you and say something, and that person want to say something, that's on you.
And we are back. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Hey, man, we doing good, man. I'm doing good.
I
want to talk about something real quick before we get to show started.
Go ahead, man.
We put out a post, man, about the top 4 reasons why the Falcons lost in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's where we're going.
We reminded everybody. But hey, man, I want to bring my commemorative coin that's worth billions of dollars to me.
You brought you a coin back from that.
That's the official.
You have a nerve to bring back that bad juju.
It ain't bad. It's the official coin. You know how much this is worth to me?
I know exactly how much it's worth.
$1 billion.
Nah. You probably can get that for $28.03. That's about all you gonna get for that, my guy. $28.3. That's about all you gonna get for that. You need to remove that because I'm talking about everything you do, somebody gonna make a comeback on you. So you better get that out your house.
All right, man. Let go.
Get that out your house, man.
You can't like my coin,
I want to
man.
ask you, why did you want to take time to show a coin from that particular Super Bowl? Like, it's just the Falcons on your mind that much?
Nah, y'all made me clean up. When I cleaned up, I saw.
But it don't look clean. You still got a Rob Tribble said we got antifreeze in the fish. I know it's fish in there, but I can't even see any.
I mean, I had a Halloween party, so I put some dye in there to like bring the aesthetics of a scary
Bro,
fish.
it's April.
All right, man.
It's April. Like you literally have a moat in your house, man. You got a condo with a moat.
What's a moat?
You never heard of like a moat? They put them around castles and things like that to keep people from getting in the castle. You never heard of a moat?
Never.
So you didn't learn much in school, huh? You just know about like lakes,
I guarantee you half the
and
people
rivers.
out here. Well, I'm not going. I never heard of a moat.
You ever heard of a moat? You never heard of a moat? Doug, you heard of a moat? T, you heard of a moat? No, okay. All right, then.
Half the people didn't know.
Half the people didn't know. Well, damn, man. They following your lead, man. That's terrible.
All right, man. I don't know what a moat is. Now what?
Hey, look, man. Anyway, man, it looks terrible. It looks like some kind of creature's about to crawl up out of it.
All right, look, man. We starting to go fund me for the Waterboyz fish tank, man.
No,
we need to get
man,
it clean.
Do not send no money.
Man,
Don't put my name in that to get your fish tank clean.
All right, for B Rich's fish tank.
There,
go
thank
ahead
you.
and DM me and cash out me somebody. We get the fish tank clean.
Man, so look, man. Let's get down to business,
All
right?
What we doing?
So it's been a minute. We didn't really touch on the subject that much, but a couple months ago, right?
A couple months ago,
we made a post about the number one catfishers, in sports.
So we talking about Peerless Price?
I mean, I would love to set it up if you let me. I would love to set it up if you would let me set it up for the people.
Go ahead.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Why are you trying to do my job? Is what I'm asking.
I was just trying to help.
You've been drinking that fish water, and it got you fish drunk.
I'm just trying to help.
It got you drunk, but I don't need
Fish
help
drunk.
in this area. It has you fish drunk.
Okay, all right.
We talked about the number one catfishers in sports. If you don't know what a catfisher is, it's someone that is trying to be something or appear to be something or someone they are not.
Okay.
And one wide receiver who played for the Atlanta Falcons, you just let the cat out the bag.
Who?
Peerless Price. We named him on the list as one of the catfishers, right? Now, Peerless Price came back. He was upset about it. He was pissed off, man. He came on our Facebook.
Okay.
Left a comment.
I remember
and
that.
said, "Tell me you don't know football without telling me you don't know football."
He was talking to you or me?
I mean, he was talking to me because I'm the one that was talking. He was talking to old Trey.
Was you mad?
He was saying, "No, I'm not mad at that. Why am I mad at this man stating his opinion?"
You know what you was talking about?
Man, I don't care. It's his opinion, and he has a right to be upset about what we said about him.
So what'd he say?
So no, I'm not upset. I mean, you just messing my whole floor. But anyway, this is what he said, right? What he said is, "Tell me you don't know football without telling me you don't know football." He said, "I won't shit on my boy Mike Vick, or I won't crap on my boy Mike Vick," whichever the verbiage that he used. But I had more yards the year before with Kurt Kittner and Doug Johnson. And he said, "Boy, you a whole clown."
He called you a clown?
Yeah, man.
That would have made me mad.
I mean, why does that make you mad? I know who I am. But anyway.
Just the clown. It's like a trigger word.
For you, that's a trigger word for you?
Weirdo.
I don't get triggered by that kind of stuff,
What's your trigger
man.
word? All right, keep going.
I don't get triggered by that kind of stuff. But his whole point is, to me, that Michael Vick and the system, oh yeah, I forgot that. He did say we have to look at the system he was in, and he had more yards with other quarterbacks. So I felt like his whole point is that he would have been more successful, number one, in a better system, and number two, with a different passing quarterback than our beloved Michael Vick. So what I want to ask you, and we can address the Peerless Price thing, but what I want to ask you, what I want the first topic to be about is, have we, as Atlanta Falcon fans, overrated and romanticized Michael Vick's time in Atlanta as the Falcons quarterback?
All it is from Peerless Price response. Let me say this. First off, when somebody says, I don't mean to shit or I'm not shitting on something, that means they really are shitting on something.
100%.
All right. To your question, Michael Vick, we all love Michael Vick. We still love Michael Vick. A segment of Falcon fans still love Michael Vick, and there's a segment of fans that don't like Michael Vick.
Okay.
I'm in that segment of where I like Michael Vick, and I love what he did for the Falcons. All right. To your question, did we overrate him or over romanticized him? I can say this. I can honestly say this, and I can say this in front of Michael Vick's face. I feel like some of the receivers he did play with probably would have had better numbers if he was the Michael Vick with Philadelphia. Because with the Michael Vick in Atlanta, you know, from reports that I've heard, from stuff that I've heard from other players, and I think that I've heard from him, is that he didn't put in the work when he was in Atlanta to understand the plays. And a lot of times he was doing things off his athletic ability, which was exciting by far. You know, watching him beat the Vikings in overtime, watching him glide in the air against the Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. I love that. But did it hurt some of the other receivers' numbers and by him not, quote unquote, understanding the playbook or putting in the work? I think that did hurt some people's stats. So Peerless Price may have a point on that part. Roddy White, I feel like, Brian Finneran, I feel like some of these receivers probably didn't get the numbers they could have gotten, a couple more 100 yards here and there. So as far as the passing and what you're saying, yeah, maybe it did hurt. But as far as him being here in Atlanta and what he did for the city and what he did for the culture, I still like what he's done. But let's get into it. Let's dig in it.
All right, man. So Michael Vick, while he was here, Michael Vick, let's get into his stats while he was here in Atlanta, right? Let's get into some of them. Completions, 54.1 completion rate during his time here in Atlanta. Michael Vick averaged 213.6 yards per game while he was here in Atlanta. 88 touchdowns, 52 interceptions, passer rating of 75.7. This is per old Chat GPT and our research. He never had a 1,000-yard wide receiver while he was in the city of Atlanta. While he was the Atlanta Falcons quarterback, he never had a 1,000-yard wide receiver. Mm-hmm. The first wide receiver, and instantly, and I don't know if this is because of Vick, but as soon as Vick was removed from the equation, Roddy White had his first 1,000-yard
that's what I was talking about.
Reception season. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
those are the numbers.
Well, I wanted to pull up something when you said, because I didn't know, you said his career completion percentage was 55%.
Right around there.
I pulled up Matt Ryan's, our beloved career.
Oh, man, come on, man. We finna start pinning him against Matt Ryan already.
No.
Like you just dragged Matt into this already.
Hey, man, let me talk.
Like you already know how people gonna feel, but what I'm saying is you already know.
I get frustrated.
We pinning this against Matt already.
I'm doing the completed, because I didn't know I wanted to be, is 55% good? I don't know, so I wanted to compare it against another Atlanta Falcon quarterback. Would you like me to switch quarterbacks?
Nah, go ahead, man.
Okay, so all I'm doing is completion percentage.
Okay.
All right, so I'm pulling up Matt Ryan's career completion percentages. By far, I only did this because I didn't know where 55% stood amongst other quarterbacks. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
So 55% completing. That's half of what you throwing. You're completing. All right, I didn't know this until now. I just pulled up Matt Ryan's. His completion percentage was 65%. So now that kind of gives me a gauge on where he's compared to Matt Ryan. I would do it other Atlanta Falcons quarterback if you want me to pull it up. So I just wanted to see if that was like, we consider Matt Ryan a great quarterback for the Falcons. We consider Michael Vick. So let's compare. All right, his completion percentage was 55%. It is what it is. We know where Matt Ryan's was. I would like to pull up other quarterbacks. So let me see what Steve Bartkowski's was, just for the hell of it. But go ahead and continue the conversation while I look up Steve.
Yeah. So my thought process on it is this. All right. I understand Peerless Price wanted to come on and state his case and say that, we tripping. Number one, I get it. You upset that we said you catfish. That's probably a word that you don't want to hear. But the sentiment and the statement that I was making is still true. He was not a number one wide receiver. That's what he was paid to come in and do. He had a 1,200-yard season in Buffalo, which I think was maybe his third year in Buffalo, his third or fourth year in Buffalo. He had a 1,200-yard season, which is the most yards that he's ever had as a wide receiver. The Falcons made a trade for him, then gave him another contract for him to come in and be the number one wide receiver. Now, we can say he had more yards with Doug Johnson, Kurt Kittner. Vick should have been this. You can blame the system. He had 800 yards that season that Vick was gone. Guess what? As the number 2 in Buffalo, 800 yards. Had another season with like 800 yards. You know what I'm saying? He had another season with 800 yards. So when you break down, did he live up to that number one wide receiver title? I don't think he did. I don't think Peerless Price was a number one wide receiver. Do you want to say Michael Vick was not the quarterback he needed to be? I'm not going to go. We can talk about the passing. We can talk about the passing. But Michael Vick took you in the playoffs twice, deep in the playoffs twice.
NFC Championship game.
Twice. And so some other receivers may have had some better yards, you know what I'm saying, as far as receiving yards. But, hey, would your team have gone as far without Michael Vick? That's a question that you need to ask yourself.
All right, let me address this, and then we'll go to that question.
Okay.
All right, so as our beloved Steve Bartkowski, his completing percentage was, what would you think?
I have no idea.
Hey, man, his completion percentage was 55.9.
Okay.
So that's awesome. So that lets me know that you can't, like, all the people that's like, oh, Steve, a lot of people like Steve Bartkowski. Mm-hmm. I even picked, when we excluded Vick, I even picked Bartkowski to be our all-time quarterback for the Falcons over Matt Ryan. So, hey, 55%.
Well, we just had some research come in. Yeah. So what did Doug show us? Yeah, what did Doug show? He showed us the completion percentage of a certain level of quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's got Dante Culpepper. He had 69.2% completed.
Okay. All they had to do was throw that shit up to Randy Moss, and Randy Moss caught it. That's all it was. And I'm not going to knock Dante Culpepper. Dante Culpepper, I think, was a good quarterback. But he throw it up to Randy Moss. Randy Moss catch it. It don't even matter. Go ahead.
And I think these are for, like, the best passing seasons. What?
Okay. In 2004, in the 2004 season, the main year that Vick played with Peerless Price.
Okay, all right. So Trent Green had 66.4.
Okay.
Peyton Manning had 67.6.
Okay.
Jake the Snake.
Jake Plummer.
58%.
Okay.
Brett Favre, the person you love to hate, 64%.
Okay.
Mark Bulger. I forgot about Mark Bulger. With
Jaguars.
He played for the Rams at this time.
Oh, if he did?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking about Mark Brunell.
Yeah, 66%. I mean, all right, let's look. Aaron Brooks, 57%, which is Vick's cousin.
Okay.
That's funny. Tom Brady, 60.8%.
Okay. I mean, barely above Vick.
Yeah. My boy.
And they won the Super Bowl that year.
My boy, Joey Harrington, 56%.
Okay.
That's pretty interesting, man. That's pretty interesting. So the completion percent, I say Vick's right in there. So can't hate on the completing percent. He's 55% on the lower end, but it's right there. It's right there with all the top. In 2004, where did we go? We went to the NFC Championship.
Went to the NFC Championship game.
So, hey,
So, hey, look, man, your numbers might not have been what you wanted your numbers to be. You might have been running the route perfect. You look downfield, Vic run past you. But, hey, at the end of the day.
Hey, man, I got to feel you done ran so hard.
You 30,
made your cut.
you 30 yards downfield. We look for the ball, and Vic running past you with the ball.
That's crazy.
Hey, guess what? But I don't care, my guy. You went to the NFC Championship game with Michael Vick. So, me personally, I don't think I romanticized Michael Vick's time here because we knew what Vick was as a passer. He was not the most polished passer, but what he may have lacked as far as passing at the time, he more than made up with his legs and the run game, the whole DVD at that time. Yeah. So I get it. Peerless Price. Hey, man, I understand they were running. You feel like that you would have had a better chance to do some things, but you still were not a number one wide receiver in the city of Atlanta.
You know what the problem is?
You just were not. Just were not.
You know the problem with a lot of people is, it's like now that they sat down, they're not playing no more, and they're reflecting over their career, and they're looking where they stand amongst other great receivers in the NFL. They're like, damn, if only I had a quarterback that didn't want to run the ball as much and just throw the ball, I would be higher up in the archy of football.
Could be.
So I think that's what it is. Because like you say, you run a 30 route, you cut to the left and you look, Michael Vick's right by you, running past you for a touchdown, getting you to the NFC Championship. You know, what do you trade off? But I think sometimes when they're sitting, I think Peerless Price is sitting with coaching. Isn't he coaching now?
I don't know.
Yeah, and I think he's sitting around looking at stats and looking at where he stands and like, damn.
Well, I'm going to say this, and I touched on it a little bit, but I'm going to say this, and I'm going to look in the camera a little bit. Look, I get it. I said that you catfished. I get it. You know, as an athlete, as a person,
but he
period.
was, though.
And look, but as a person, period, you got people you love. You got people that love you. You don't want to see something negative about yourself. I get it. That may not have been the most favorable term to use towards this man and his time in Atlanta. But at the end of the day, he was brought in to be the piece that was going to take us over the top for Michael Vick. And I just do not think he lived up to be a number one wide receiver. And the Atlanta Falcons didn't either because in 04, he got here in 03. In 04, so he gets here in 03. Vick gets hurt. That's how he ends up playing with Doug Johnson and Kurt Kittner. In 04, they went back to the well and decided they were going to draft a wide receiver. They brought in Michael Jenkins out of Ohio State, right, to pair up with Peerless Price. I'm not saying they brought in Michael Jenkins to replace him, but after the 2004 season, whether it was a financial decision or whether it was a we don't believe he's the guy decision, against all of our thought process, they went in the first round again and pulled from UAB none other than the great Roddy White. Mm-hmm. And Peerless Price was shown the deuces. So he can feel how he wants to feel about me, and I get it. I said something he may not have liked. But at the end of the day, I'm not the only person who felt that way. The Falcons organization who was cutting his check felt the same way, and they moved him for Roddy White. He went to Dallas. His old quarterback was right there in Dallas. Drew Bledsoe was right there in Dallas. He went to Dallas. What ended up happening? Look it up. What happened that season? He ended up being put to punt return or kick return, my guy. And that's not, I'm not trying to shit on him because let me tell you something. The man was a number 2 wide receiver in Buffalo. The man got a big contract, came to Atlanta. The man put up 1,200 yards. In college, the man won a national championship. You, sir, did something that I will never, ever in this life do. And I give you respect for that. But when it comes to my team and how it looked with the Falcons, you did not live up to a number 1 wide receiving play for the number 1 wide receiving pay that they brought him in there to be. He went to Dallas. He didn't stick with Dallas. He ended up going back to Buffalo. And unfortunately, I hate to hear this, he got hurt at some point in Buffalo. And then he didn't play like a whole lot longer. So I'm not going to put it on Vick. I'm not going to get mad because the man didn't like what we said. But at the end of the day, I think Vick is who he was. And you went to an NFC Championship game with Michael Vick. 55 completion percentage or not, you went to an NFC Championship game with old 55 throwing number 7.
Let me say this. He said we don't know what we're talking about. Hey, Peerless, go look at the comments on Facebook. Go look at all these other people that's against what you said. They all feel the same way.
Well, all of them don't.
Most of them.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. The whole reason, and I'm glad you said that. the whole reason I wanted to have this conversation, and I think it's a conversation we need to have with someone else outside of just you and I to hear another perspective, right?
I'm not talking about the Michael Vick part. I'm talking about the pay.
No, listen. I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people who feel like I was wrong for saying it about Peerless Price because Vick is the reason he didn't do it. It's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of people who feel like Vick was the reason that he didn't get those numbers. I'm telling you that I didn't realize there was such a huge percentage. And when we look at these comments online, right, we can get to thinking that this is the pulse of the entire city. Sometimes online in your comments make you think that's the whole world, and it's not. But for those people in those comments, I was actually surprised at how many people do not feel that Michael Vick was a good quarterback for the Falcons. It's a lot of people and a lot of Falcons fans who do not feel Michael Vick was a good quarterback. And I'm not, and hey, a lot of times it gets broken down a racial line, but when I look at the comments, there was no racial line here. There was black, there was white, there was this, there was that. A lot of people do not feel that Michael Vick was a good quarterback, and I think that, hey, we have to bring that to the table because they are entitled to their opinions.
Well, he was good enough to get us to the NFC Championship, but I'm not gonna lie. Watching that game, and when we had Michael Jenkins on a couple weeks ago, he said they couldn't do anything offensively in that game.
Not at all.
And hearing what Michael Vick came out of his mouth, that he wasn't prepared for that game like he should have been. And in my words, I take it.
Well, did he say he wasn't prepared for that game, or he wasn't preparing? Period. Because I don't know if I remember him saying that particular game.
Let me just quote him, but from my understanding was he said he wasn't ready for that game. Let me fact check on that.
Yeah, because I don't ever remember him saying he wasn't ready for that game.
I remember that I ended up hearing an interview where he was saying he wasn't prepared. Let me clear. I don't know if it was for that game, but I immediately went to that game in my head, and that pissed me off. That pissed me off about Vick. I'm not gonna lie. And it looked like he wasn't prepared, Doug. It looked like he couldn't. Trey. It looked like he wasn't prepared for that at all.
You know what I'm saying?
It didn't look like he was prepared because, bro, he couldn't get nothing done. He couldn't read the defense. Philadelphia came with it. I don't know who the defensive coordinator was.
Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson was putting it on
that Jim Johnson was the Philadelphia Eagles famed defensive coordinator, right, Doug? Could you look that up for me? I think it's Jim Johnson was the famed Eagles quarterback doing those.
They was blitzing the hell out of him.
Well, hold on. Let me say this. I need to go back and look at this because my memory in that game is that they didn't blitz as much as they normally did.
Okay.
That they came at the Falcons a little different,
and they were throwing
than
picks.
They normally did.
I remember getting hit though.
They had a defensive line that was ridiculous, man. Hugh Douglas, some more of them boys, man. Like they had a defense. They've always had a defense. But let me say this, right? Okay, we know Vick didn't prepare certain times. It's been stated. But let's break this down because we throw up quotations and make excuses for a lot of other quarterbacks. So I see Peerless Price saying that he don't want to ish on Mike Vick. But let's break this down. The year he played with Michael Vick, right? The year he really got to play with him in 2004, that was his second offensive coordinator? You know what I'm saying? Like this man had only started. Vick got drafted in 01, right? 02, we beat the Packers in the playoffs, lose to the Eagles. He gets hurt in preseason in 2003, right? So 2, we beat the Packers. 03, he gets hurt in preseason. He comes back for 4 games at the end of the season. We win 3 of the 4 games. But Michael Vick he's overrated, right? With him as quarterback, we win 4 games. 04, a new coaching staff gets sent in. Dan Reeves got sent packing. He got a whole new coaching staff. He got Jim Moore and Greg Knapp coming in trying to teach him the West Coast offense. Now, if we give everybody else grace, why Michael Vick can't get grace for that particular year? So Peerless Price say, look at the system. Hey, look at your quarterback. Had a new offense as well, my guy. You got to give that, you know what I'm saying? You got to take that into consideration. If he's going to say, y'all not looking at the system, well, you're not bringing up that this was Vick's first year in a whole new system as well. If you want to say, hey, we both were in a whole new system, I could accept that better than him saying what he said about Vick. And I'm not trying to pin this man against Vick or make this man look bad, but you said what you said.
But he said, I'm not trying to shit on him. Like when you shitting on him.
Yeah, you said so Vick had a new offensive coordinator. Then we were successful in 04. 05 we weren't successful. 06 we weren't successful. 07 he was finna have a whole new offensive coordinator again with Bobby Petrino. So what I'm saying is, did Vick have the same stability? No, we know, and I'm not making excuses for what he said. We know Vick said he did not study. But at the same time, did he have the stability or the right coaches to make him to say, hey, man, sit your ass down and study? I think Dan Reeves was the coach who could have had that conversation with Michael Vick, but Arthur Blank came in, and I can't knock Blank for coming in and wanting to put his footprint on the team and his fingerprints on the team because he didn't hire Dan Reeves. When he bought the team, Dan Reeves was already coach. I think he wanted to make a new thing. This is me. I'm coming and making everything fresh. But I think Dan Reeves could have kept it in check, and he didn't. And we know Jim Moore, man, there's stories out there. Jim Moore jumping in the car with D'Angelo Hall when everybody's supposed to be on the bus. They say D Hall pulled up in the boy and some fly, and instead of telling this man get on the bus, they say Jim Moore jumped in the car with him. Now, this is just a story that I heard that's out there in the press. I've never talked to D Hall. D Hall, we would love to have you on the show. I never talked to Jim Moore. And then it's also a head coach that we
love to have you on the show.
Saw fall to his knees on the sideline. This man fell to his knee. Roddy White dropped Vick's pass against Cleveland, and Jim Moore fell to his knees.
I still like Jim Moore, man. He was all right.
Bro, let me tell you something. I don't have nothing against him as a man.
I like him as a coach.
Bro, when your head coach.
I feel you.
When you have a bunch of grown men in there that's your age, they got kids, some might be getting ready to go to college or high school, and some with babies, grown men, you can't drop to your knees because of a drop pass. What kind of leadership is that showing?
All right, I got you. I feel you. Let me go back to my point about Vick. All right. I hear you about the offensive coordinators, but that don't take away from the fact that he was the last one at practice and the first one to leave. That still got something to say. That still got a lot to say.
Yeah, that's on Vick.
Yeah, so and it says a lot about his athletic ability. Like for him to not put in the work, he got us to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, we did, but let's not make it a plus that he didn't put in.
Now imagine this. Imagine if he did put in the work. Imagine if he could just, when you say that they dropped in the zone, he knew what to do. He knew where to go. You know what I mean? Because that takes some time to learn all of that. I mean, he did have a new Greg Knapp. They did have a difficult, well, I don't know if it's difficult, but I hear that the West Coast offense the verbiage was very hard to learn or whatever. So I don't know if he was having that issue or not.
Man, these men brought in Braves to show Vick how to slide. Man, get the...
Oh, yeah, they did bring in Terry Pendleton to show him how to slide.
Man, these men brought in Braves to show this man how to slide.
Because he didn't know how to slide.
Man, Vick is an athlete. This man knows how to slide,
He didn't know how to slide.
No, he didn't want to slide. This man's an athlete. You telling me, like, who don't know how to slide?
I think he was going so fast that he couldn't slide. He couldn't slide in the base. His tore knee, he was going so fast. Now, if he slid like a Superman, he'd probably do that. But just to slide.
I ain't even going to lie. To me, this is just so crazy that they said, you know what we need to do? You know what's going to take us to the next level?
What?
We going to bring in a Braves.
They brought in
show Vick how to slide. You know what we need to work on the offseason? Hey, fuck that O-line. we don't need to work on that O-line. Hey, that other cornerback that we need opposite of D Hall, don't even worry about that. We need to bring in somebody to teach Vick how to slide. That's going to get us to the promised land. That's the kind of stuff that we were dealing with as coaches.
I mean, I feel you, man. He got us. Jim Moore did get us to the NFC
Vick
Championship.
got us to the NFC Championship game.
Hey, man.
Not Jim Moore.
He drafted D'Angelo Hall because of his athletic arrogance, if you remember.
Okay. How many times did Jim Moore go? He did say that, athletic arrogance. How many times did Jim Moore go back to the playoffs after that as a coach? I'll wait. Aaron, you think you could get a brother some water? Thank you. How many times did Jim Moore go back to the playoffs after Vick?
I don't know.
Was Michael Vick ever in the playoffs again without Jim Moore?
Yeah.
I rest my case.
Aaron, just got to grab a cup right there.
And so look, I'm not making any excuses for Vick not doing what he was supposed to do. Because, and I'm sure when he thinks about his career, he hates that during his time in Atlanta, he was so young and wasn't really putting the time in, right? But something he said, and you can find this. This was on the podcast he did. He did an episode with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had a podcast, and Michael Vick was on there. I saw this clip for myself. Go look it up, ladies and gentlemen. He said that when he got to Philadelphia, that was the first time. This was out Michael Vick's own mouth. He said that was the first time that anyone had actually shown him why they're doing certain things. Not just the play. Listen,
didn't do that?
Not just the plays they were running, but why? Why are we running this play? Because this play is to set up this play. Why do I want you to look over here first before you come over here? He said and you can find the clip yourself. He said that's the first time that a coaching staff set him down and really broke down to him the intricacies of some of play calling and football and why I'm calling the game. I'm calling it. Why I'm asking you to do this like this. Why I'm asking you to plant like this. Why I'm setting this up. So that's a lot to be said about what was around Michael.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking now I know why Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are doing what they're doing. Because if they're the only ones doing it, I'm not saying they are, but damn, like
they aren't the only ones doing it.
Yeah.
They definitely are. I mean,
Kyle Shanahan did that with the 16 Falcons?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, dog. And let's not go down a Super Bowl trip.
No, I ain't talking about
okay,
that.
but I'm just saying, you and I, we can do that. I'm not putting it on you. You and I, when Kyle Shanahan name come up,
like Kyle Shanahan.
You think clown is a trigger. Kyle Shanahan's name becomes a trigger in this podcast, right? But I don't know if you remember 2015 when he first got here. You remember it was a big, not just that, it was a big write-up. Everybody, D-Led, all the writers wrote about it. Kyle Shanahan intercepts Matt Ryan at practice. Oh, do you remember that? Mm-mm. Kyle Shanahan intercepted Matt Ryan at practice. And where I'm going with this is he was teaching them his offense and he was showing them if you miss one little detail, this is what a defense is going to be. And he had somebody running like a corner route, and he was trying to, I don't know which way he was trying, what he was trying to get them to do or learn, but he just showed them that if you don't do this and you don't do this to pull this man out of this area, he's going to be waiting on Matt's pass and intercept it. But everybody blew it up like, oh my God, Matt Ryan is about to be trashed because even the coach intercepted him. But he was really teaching them the intricacies of his offense, to your point, on if Kyle Shanahan, or your question, if Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, so the whole point is like, to know that Vic was here and he said no one, that seemed like that's common sense to me, that an NFL franchise will have the people to teach the players on why they doing stuff instead of just out there running and throwing, which we was doing.
Well, no. So
I get what you're saying.
Like I don't think they weren't teaching them. I just think some people are better teachers than others.
I agree.
And some people try to, like, it's different ways to learn, right? You can try to make somebody learn the way you learned it, or you can figure out the best way they learn, and you can teach them how to learn it the best way they learn.
The Falcons organization, like Brett Favre. When he go to Green Bay and he with some quarterback
Man, Brett was drunk, man.
When he was with some quarterback gurus, what they do?
Man, Buckhead Brett.
What they do?
I mean, they coached him up.
Yeah, man. Why we can't have that?
They coached him up.
Why we didn't have that?
We will, man.
Thank you. Do you think Raheem Morris, please?
Zach Robinson is that guy, man. Zach Robinson, I'm speaking it. I don't know if he is, but I'm speaking it into existence.
Like Doug, can you look this up? Zach, what was our offense ranked last year? I think we was top 10, weren't we?
I mean, we had a good offense, especially the last three. But I'm not going crap on everything that Kirk did, because Kirk had some games that were pretty good. Kirk had some games that
killed Tampa Bay twice.
Kirk had some games that were pretty good.
It seemed like Kirk knew what to do against them blitzing defense.
So look, to pivot just a little bit, right? But it's still on the same discussion, and I want to do a whole episode on this particular topic. And it's something going on right now. By the time this taping comes out, it'll be kind of old news, right? But it kind of fits into the question I want to ask, right, a little bit. And what I'm talking about that's going to be kind of old news is what happened between LeBron and Stephen A. Smith, right? So what I want to ask you, and going off of the Peerless Price, how you felt about what he said, where is the line? Where's the line between critiquing these athletes as us in the media and disrespecting these athletes, or going too far? Where is the line? And when do we, because we're part of sports media now, when do we need to learn? Where do we need to learn to pump the brakes and not disrespect, to be respectful and give our opinion?
Where I'm going with this, man, is this. Like, if you bad enough, then say it. because you're gonna have to answer to it. That's where we come from. Like when you was in homeroom and you talking your trash, you gonna know what to say and not what to say, because you're gonna get hit upside your head. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah.
So say what you want to say. The line is to be drawn when you have to see that person. So if you want to be disrespectful and that person comes up to you and say something, and that person want to say something, that's on you. Like, I mean, the athlete, I mean, LeBron came to him, it was his son. It was his son, but I don't think Stephen A., when I heard it, did you feel like he disrespected his son?
I mean, I felt like he disrespected Bron.
There you go. So LeBron felt the same way. So
Why wouldn't he?
But I would say this. From what I understand is that LeBron and Stephen A. was cool. They would text each other. From what I understood, I know Deion hit him up so people would come to him. Now, if he had a cool relationship, he couldn't have held off on going that hard.
I don't think at that point, like by the time this has happened, they didn't have a.
Okay, well then Stephen know what he doing. Stephen got what he wanted.
So
Stephen got what he wanted. It just made him more popular. Do you think it hurt? I don't think it hurt Stephen. Do you think it hurt him?
Well, I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. Look, so when Peerless Price said what he said, right? I said and I thought about it. You know, I really did. You know, I'm an analytical person. I like to sit and think about things, and I had to ask myself. You know, we come from music. I had to ask myself. You know, when you read certain things about yourself or certain people said, you know, things about it, how did you feel about it, Trey?
Hey, man.
How did you feel about it?
All I'm going to go back, man, to this, to answer your question. Bruh, you can't be sensitive. We was in Gainesville, Florida, man, about to perform, and you know where I'm going with this. Ain't nothing we can do about no fans, bruh. They going to say what they going to say.
Well, let's not say what the dude said.
I'm not going to say what the dude said, but we heard it.
Yeah, listen. Yes, people can say what they want to say, but you and I, right? Now that we've stepped behind this, now hold on, let me say this. Now that you and I have stepped behind this mic, and we're covering the games, right? We can. Where is it said that we can't still be respectful while getting our point across?
Let me say this. Peerless Price, you was a catfish. You got signed first round. You got signed first string money, and you played like a third stringer. It is what it is. We not disrespecting the man.
No, and I'm not even just staying on
man. Don't change
that word for him.
About what you doing, man?
No. I'm not gonna change, right? But we still like. But that's the question.
You didn't disrespect them. You didn't disrespect them.
And listen. And we talk even when we talk to Abraham, like John. You know what I'm saying? We talked to 55 all the way live. Like even talking to him, right? The way he feels, you know, or the way he stated how you got to look at athletes and their careers and what they come into the league being. Everybody not coming in to be a Hall of Fame player for you or to be a top-notch player for you. You know what I mean? And so these things, I'm just asking, where do we as the media have to say, okay, I'm going to be critical of his play. I'm going to be critical of his time here. But do I have to call somebody, say somebody is trash? Do I have to say you a piece of this or you a this or you a that?
You ain't say that. You just.
I know I didn't. I'm just talking about as a whole. I'm talking about as sports media as a whole, bringing the conversation. Like where's their line between the two? Because we cool with some athletes now, and I would love to have that conversation with a John Abraham. I would love to have that conversation with a Brian McFadden with B-Mac. I would love to have that conversation with Quincy Carter to really hear what they have to say.
I'm gonna say like this, man. Like it's up to who you are. You know what I mean? Like
gave me a glass of water out of a mixing cup.
That's not a mixing cup.
Yes, it is, man.
That's a we working cup.
It's a mixing cup.
That's a we working cup.
This is you put your shaker on top and you get your.
Hey man, wait, you having flashbacks?
Nah, man. You know what, man? I'm 3 years in. I'm good.
All right. We don't want you to have no flash. Hey man, why you give him a flask, man?
I'm 3 years in, man.
That's all you have. Congratulations on that. I ain't even want to joke about it. Congratulations,
yeah, man. I'm 3 years in.
I'll get Trey up. What you 3 years in for some people that may not know?
Oh, I quit drinking, man.
That's dope, man. Like I know I'm about to joke about it, but that's a good accomplishment, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
For real. Congratulations.
And somebody in the comments who feels like how you said we can say about Peerless Price gonna say, you a fucking drunk.
And there's nothing you can do about it, man. It's a troll. Hey. It's a troll. That's what it is, man. They want to get a reaction. And I'm going to tell you that a lot of people in the podcast world, in the sports media world, they want to get a reaction. And Stephen A. Smith did a great job. He got a reaction. Look at it. Everybody's talking about it. At the end of the day, he's making his dollars get more. LeBron James went on a Taylor Swift tour.
Nah, he said Stephen A. is going on a Taylor Swift tour.
Okay, whatever. You got the best basketball player in the world right now, trying to be petty with Stephen A. Smith. Man, that right there in itself is genius on Stephen A. Smith's part. What does Stephen A. Smith do? What has he done in real life besides troll people and become a millionaire off of trolling and getting reactions?
I won't call him a troll. I can't say that.
I'm just saying.
He covers the game.
He knows what he's doing.
He really covers the game.
I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not dissing like Steven. I want to be as good as Steven.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like some of those words, like people gonna take them for what they are, man. But look. Let's get back because Doug gave us our research question before we went on this tangent about the line, because that's a topic I want to tackle one day.
All right, what is it?
I really do want to tackle the topic of where's the line between covering or criticizing athletes or critiquing them and being disrespectful. But let's go back to what you asked about the Atlanta Falcons offense. All right, let's bring it back to that for a second.
Zach Robinson offense was.
Doug said we finished sixth
top
total offense.
Top 6. That's bruh. You can't ask for more than that.
And you know what, Kirk? Hey, I said you catfished Atlanta too, but you were part of those numbers of us being sixth. So you did better. I mean, if you wouldn't have had that 4-game stretch where his shoulder was hurt, who knows what they would have been. I ain't even gonna lie. When you break it down like that, I gotta give him his credit because being sixth overall and he was there for the majority of those games, not bad. And Zach Robinson, boy, we were super critical of him. But for him to be a first-time play caller and turn this offense into a 6th overall offense his first year.
Kudos to you.
I'm looking forward to see what year 2.
Oh man, he about to murder it. He about to murk the league. Man,
is he?
I think so.
Now, boy,
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm here to say.
You ain't around too many rappers.
Hey,
man.
Hey, man. But listen, I'm here to say. I'm here to say this. I'm gonna be the first to say this. I'm gonna be the first to say this. You know who have a breakout year this year?
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
I just tried to steal your thunder since you always stepping on my teasers.
Hey, you know me and you on the same wavelength. Kyle Pitts is gonna have a breakout year.
You saw him, right?
No.
You saw him, Michael Penix, and Michael Vick hanging out, right?
I seen Michael Vick and Michael Penix hanging out. I didn't know Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts was next to Michael Penix.
With Arthur Blank introduced. Oh, hey man.
Yeah.
It's all about confidence. It's all about feeling comfortable. I remember when I played football, man, in high school, and I played with my best friend Brent. When me and him was on the field, it felt comfortable.
Because you knew Brent was good.
I was good. I was good, man. That's that man. That man.
I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. You don't have to go on the whole.
That was a trigger. That was a trigger.
I see.
I'm just saying when I played on the field with him, it felt like we couldn't do it. It was unstoppable because it's somebody I was with. I grew up with. So now, Pitts, Penix, they hanging out, man. They chilling. They working together. So on the field, that chemistry has to translate.
And that shows me exactly what I thought that we may be getting from a mental standpoint in our quarterback. Like, I don't think this is something that is being manufactured to have to be put together. I think that his mind frame is really like, I gotta try to reel all my guys in for us to be successful. I don't think anybody, like, we all been through something. I've just met T, and I'm sure T been through some shit at some point in her life, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We all been through something.
Shout out to T.
But where I'm going with this, man, when you go through something, and you go through something that's really, really tough, especially what Michael Penix went through, where his dream was almost snatched away from him, not once, but twice, and you bounce back through that and you fight through that and you still end up becoming a top 10 pick. I can't say what he's going to be as far as a passer or how he's going to read defenses, but I can tell you that's a mentally tough individual. That's a mentally tough individual. Now, will that lead to great quarterback play? Only time will tell. But I know he's mentally tough and that he's mature enough. That he's mature enough to do some of the things that we're seeing him do.
I agree with you saying. As far as what we talked about, Vic, over romanticizing, overrated. I don't think he was overrated or over romanticized. I think he was a young quarterback.
But you think some of the wide receivers would have done better without Michael Vick as the quarterback?
No, I think they would have done better with a Philadelphia Eagle, smart, Michael Vick.
So without that, Michael Vick as a quarterback.
I mean, hey, let me get a water, man, please. Let me get a water.
Oh, appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
All right, hey, man. Look, man. Shout out to the young brothers, man. Hey, the Waterboyz in the hood, man. We are the Waterboyz when it comes to sports, but, man, these young men, man, the Waterboyz in the hood, they've been doing their thing. Doug got to bring them by the show because I would love to. I love young people that's out there. That's out there really doing their thing, doing something positive, out there being entrepreneurs. Like, I love it, man. I love it. And, you know, hey, man, I love it. Waterboyz in the hood. Damn, you was thirsty, dog. You was thirsty.
Man, I just got a power, man. I feel like I'm from the hood. You know, this is really good, man. Waterboyz in the hood. It's your
You
smirk.
hear, like,
It's your smirk, man.
Somewhere I'm hearing, that plane's crashing, my guy.
Hey,
that joke is falling flat.
Hey, nah.
That man said, I feel from the hood.
I'm not from the hood. So now I feel like I have a touch of hood in me.
Whoa.
Well, that's
Anyway,
bad.
man.
That's bad. Why everything got to be bad when it comes to certain jokes? Where we can't joke about this particular side of the hood. What if I said the suburbs? That would have been funny then. So what I did something wrong?
The joke just wasn't funny, dog.
Say that
I ain't even trying to make it. It ain't got to be that deep. It just wasn't funny.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We're about laughing away. Oh, I'm like, well, damn, did I say something wrong? What am I going to get beat
Man, you
up?
tried, man. You tried it, though, dog.
All right, cool.
I appreciate you trying the comedic relief, man.
All right, well, look.
You kind of remind me of Dave Chappelle and, man, what's the movie? Hercules, when Eddie Murphy was the fat dude, but then he would get in shape. Nutty Professor, you remember Dave Chappelle? He clowned Dave Chappelle on stage. Oh, yeah, that was you right now. You was Dave Chappelle in that situation, my guy.
All right, well, let's not take away from the water.
In the hood.
I like it. I like the name.
Hey, man, that's why I said shout out to the Waterboyz in the hood, man, doing great things in the city of Atlanta. A lot of people, when they think of Waterboyz, they think that it's just a whole lot of young men who just on the corner, but they've turned this into a full-fledged business. They got the cases of water. They have the merch. Man, I mean, they doing some really good things, man.
Shout out to their whole team putting it together, making it official.
Yeah. So, look, man, I want to ask you this, right? I want to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take it away from sports just a little bit.
All right.
Because you talked about something that I have had to deal with, and so have you. You talked about trolls. I want to see.
I hate trolls.
I want to see what
I
want to see what your memory is like, right?
All right.
What's the craziest troll job that somebody tried to pull on you? If it's a story you can tell.
A lot of them, Trey. You gotta point me in the right direction.
I'm asking you.
Oh.
I'm asking you about Be Rich. I know what some of the crazy troll jobs that have been sent my direction.
Well, tell us about yours while I'm thinking about mine.
So, man, back when I was doing music and I was going by Playboy Trey, you know, I used to go check my name on Twitter when Twitter came out, see if anybody talking about me, see if I'm being mentioned, if anybody. Because, you know, sometimes they don't at you, they just say your name and you can search your name. And so this one dude, I had this one line where I said something was about Miller High Life being disgusting, right? And so this one dude just started going in. I see these tweets. Man, you know what? F Playboy Trey, man. Talking about Miller High Life is nasty, man. I'll swing on him, man. You know what I'm saying? Then another tweet, man. Playboy Trey, man, he's a PA nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand Playboy Trey. Did this and that. If I see Playboy Trey, I'm going to dump Playboy Trey on his head. Playboy Trey, I can't stand you, man. I hate you, man. I'm talking about all these tweets, dog. So I'm just looking at it. I'm talking, this dude got about like 5-6 tweets just directed towards me. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna pay it no attention. But later on, I started drinking. And I think about his tweets. And I say, you know what? I'm finna answer this motherfucker. so I started drinking. And I answer back, what you said you gonna do? Where you want to do it at? You want to know what his response was? Oh my God, Playboy Trey, you replied back to me, man. I just want to let you know, man. I love you, man. I just love you, man. I love your verse on this song. I love you and Bob. I love when you did this song. I can't believe I got you to respond. Thank you so much, man. I got to show all my friends. So all I'm saying to you is, yes, sometimes we let these trolls get under our skin, but they just really doing that, just trolling to get you to finally give them the reaction they want and give them some attention attention or just get some attention from other people in the comments who like what they doing. It's like they powered up, boy. It's like they getting the, man, what did Mario get, man, that'll make him power up, man? What did Mario and Mario Brothers? But Mario get the mushroom, but them comments and them likes on when they troll somebody, boy, it make them power up, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the craziest troll, y'all. Yeah. Dude went in 6 or 7 different tweets, calling me out my name, cussing me out. I finally answered him and said, well, where you want to do this at? He said you going to whoop me. Where you going to beat me up? Where you want to do it? Man, I just laughed.
So
I just laughed, dog. No, I wasn't mad. Because it showed me that trolls really, really be tripping, dog. And then, of course, you know, you have people in the crowd who just try to get your attention. Yeah. And we've seen it, but we've seen, like you said, I won't say what the dude said to Bob earlier, but, boy, that was one of the craziest moments. And it was a little kid. Yeah. It was like a 12-year-old kid. Yeah. And it was silent where everybody heard it.
I'm not going to say what he said, but we was about to start the show, y'all. It's like the song had ended, and he's like, I'm Bob, and such and such and such. And the kid said, blue, 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 blue. And then Trey said, hit it. And started the music. It was so funny, man. Because everybody heard what he said. I'm not saying it on air. I'll tell you off the air. But, like, it was hilarious, bro.
Hey,
I
man.
still remember after all these years, this was like happened in 2008.
Man, it was crazy because he was a 12-year-old kid. And it's like, where did somebody get this little cussing kid from? Where did they get the cussing kid from? I'm like, man, where's this dude's mother, man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about he was a kid. Hey, this wasn't a teenager, bro. This was a kid.
And let me tell you what we was performing. We was performing like a flatbed truck in a grass field. And it was just everybody out there. So we was on a flatbed truck with our DJ equipment on top of the flatbed. You got a gang of people right here in the grass looking at us.
And it got quiet, and Bob talking to the crowd, and he like, yeah, because I'm such and such, and you know, it's good to be here. And it got quiet, and the dude was like, so I won't say the word, but you know, he was like, dude, you're gay. But that ain't what he said. That ain't what he called about. And everybody just looked, and folks started laughing. And Bob looked at me like he was just paralyzed, like he ain't know what to do. So I turned to Beavis, I said, hit the music. He said, hit it, Beavis.
Going down. It was hilarious.
But I'm like, who is this cussing kid? And why is he so mad?
Shout out to Gainesville, Florida.
Man, shout out to the cussing kid. Like, he's somewhere with some cussing kids right now.
Oh, he grown.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was like, how many years ago was that now?
That's 2008.
Man, that was almost 20 years ago, dog. This dude is somewhere with cussing kids right now. The kids that my kids gonna be in college with. Straight up. Straight up.
That's funny.
and you wonder why things are good. Hey man, I pray for the cussing kid. Wherever he is, I pray that his life got turned in a less profane direction.
Do you think you can handle middle school and high school now?
Do I think I can handle middle school and high school now?
Growing up.
Man, look, let me tell you something. I do, because just like back then, I wouldn't have any other choice. And I tell people, look, you ever heard somebody say this, right? When people talk about where they want to send their kids to school, right? Somebody say, man, why y'all send your kids to private school? I went to public school and I did just fine. And you know what I think to myself every time they say that? People think they did just fine, but really, you didn't do just fine. You survived. You really just survived your school, my guy, because your school was wild. It's some wild high schools out there that people say, I went to that school and I did. No, dude, you just survived that school. So do I think I could go to middle school and high school now and be fine? Man, I do. You wouldn't have no other choice. You don't know anything else but what you're going through at the moment. And whatever's happening around you becomes your norm. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's happening around you on a consistent basis, it becomes your norm. It wasn't nothing for somebody to show me a 25 or a 38 at school. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the norm. It wasn't nothing for somebody to try to show what little pack they were trying to get off later. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing for somebody to have, you know what I'm saying? Like it was the norm.
Do you feel that kids are more advanced than we were?
In some ways, in some ways they are, and in some ways they are not.
I'm gonna tell you why I feel like technically they are. I saw a kid; he had to be like 3-4 years old, and he was working that tablet like it was nothing.
Yep. And guess what?
What?
And probably couldn't open a damn can of beans if he had to.
What that got to do with it?
What I'm saying is, yeah, like they more technical with technology, but there's like, especially the generation before us, they had to do things that. So you see what I'm saying? Like they had to do things that like, I don't know. And hey, this. I don't know if this is gonna make me look bad as a father, but I don't think my kids can go open up with a can open. I don't think my 10-year-old can go open up a can of beans right now. I really don't think he can.
Can you change?
I don't.
Hold on. Watch this. You think you can change? Can you change the tire?
Hey man, you testing Terry, man. Tell him don't test you, Terry.
That's because of him. If he wasn't involved, I agree. You agree with me?
What about you, T? You know how to change the tire? That's what's up. So it's just in different ways, right? You know what I mean? Like it's just different ways. I don't think my 10-year-old could go and open up a can. Like if he had to survive and all they had was a can and a can opener, I think they probably would be sitting almost dead before they figured it out.
That's not true, man. Bro, I see your point.
If they can't go look it up on YouTube,
they gonna do it.
What I'm telling you is, if if you're in a life circumstance where you don't have no one to ask, and this all you can do,
they're gonna figure it out.
Eventually, maybe. Okay. Who's to say?
Okay.
I'm gonna go home tonight, and they're gonna learn how to open a can of beans.
Poking beans.
Hey, open that up.
They gonna figure it out.
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy though. But look though. Hey, look, I blame it on this, and we told all sports now, but I blame it on this because there's parents out there, and I might be one of them who might feel like, oh, they might cut themselves. They don't know what to do. They gonna cut themselves on that. It's parents out there who, it's some parents. I'm telling you, and I might be one of them. I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's things. It's things that the younger generation are introduced to that, yeah, they do a lot better, and I'm thankful for those things. But it's certain things that they have not learned, that they have learned. Hell, it's things you and I don't know. Can you go and plant a garden right now? Yes. If you had to get a garden going?
Yes, the reason is because my nana taught me.
When the last time you did it?
This was years ago, but I know how to do carrots. I know how to do tomatoes. I know how to do...
Okay, guess what? I don't.
Yeah.
I will maybe figure it out.
You need compost. You need to till the ground. I did all that.
Okay.
I made a compost.
So if you don't have compost, how you make the compost? You gonna make it yourself?
You can buy the stuff now.
I'm saying if you can't buy it,
you get the plant food. Oh, if you can't buy, you till you need to get a hoe and you need.
Why is that funny?
Cause of Aaron. Cause of Aaron. Nah, but you gotta till the ground, make it real soft, and then plant the seeds. It'll probably grow.
Man, anyway, man.
It'll probably grow.
But look, you can do something better. My point is that every generation, and that's dope that she taught you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't learn. But every generation advances in some ways, and I think with those advancements, we leave behind certain things that were taught to us that can really serve us well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Michael Vick didn't bring his playbook to practice in 2002, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
But man, to answer your question, yes, Michael Vick, with his ability to escape and run, it did hurt some of the receivers' numbers. But do I think that he was overrated? Hell no. It was the most exciting thing I saw ever in a Falcons uniform, and I was great. For that, I got a chance to see it. I had season tickets, and I enjoyed every moment. And when he got indicted for dog fighting and didn't play no more, it broke my heart. I never felt the same about a running quarterback again.
Cause he runs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say no distasteful joke, but let me stop. But just another quarterback. Like I ain't gonna lie. I want us to get Lamar Jackson.
I would have loved that.
And we passed on. We got Calvin Ridley.
I would have loved that.
I was like, man, another Vic right-handed.
I'm just glad the Saints didn't get him. They traded up that year.
Saints almost got it.
They traded up that year. I thought they were trading up for Lamar Jackson. They drafted a defensive end. No, it wasn't Cam Jordan.
Yeah.
They drafted a dude not even on the team anymore. Hey, man, well, look, this has been a good discussion.
You think so?
I think this is a discussion that we need to have with more people than just us. And I think we need to have the discussion with someone who may not be a Falcons fan because they're going to have a perspective that we don't have. We love it. We caught up in the special moments. We caught up in the way those moments made us feel. Mm-hmm. And so I'm still going to feel the way I feel about Vic, but I would love to hear another perspective because sometimes somebody might say something that I may not have thought of. You know what I mean? Or that I'm too close to it to say, you know what, you're right. So, hey, man. But anything else you want to go over, my brother?
I just want to revisit How do you feel? I know it's old. I mean, I know it will be old when it come out. How do you feel about the LeBron and Stephen A. Smith?
Okay, I feel like, so I love my kids, right? Like, I know there are a lot of people who want to be a lot of things, and there's nothing wrong with whatever somebody wants to be. There are people who want to be billionaires. There are people who want to be legends. There are people who want their names to ring out. My goal, my biggest goal is that one day both my kids say they want to be the type of father they had. It really is. I ain't even lying to you, bro. So if somebody ever says, as a father, Trey, stop this, and what I'm doing is what I feel like is best for my kids, we got a problem. Period, point blank. And it don't matter how you trying to preface it, how you trying to say it, how you trying to dress it up. You said to me that as a father, and so now you testing me as the thing that's the most important thing to me. I love you too, babe. I ain't saying being a husband, not. But you saying to me that the thing that's the most important to me, basically you telling me I'm failing at it. Basically you telling me I'm doing my child a disservice. Yeah. Basically you telling me I'm tripping. Yeah. Like, and then you got the nerve to say it in front of the whole world. You got the nerve to take your behind on TV and tell me where your kids at. What's your relationship like with your kids that you can call out something I'm doing with my kid? Get your relationship in and I'm not saying I know anything about Stephen A. Smith. I'm just telling you how I would feel. Man, I got my son in the league. It don't matter how you feel about how my son got here. I got my son in the NBA.
Play with him?
I done taught my son all these years that helped get him to where he could have an opportunity for me to be able to pull him on my team. And just because he didn't light up the league immediately the way you feel like he should light up the league, don't tell me I'm doing something. I need to stop. What am I stopping? My son is in the league with an opportunity to prove himself. I'm a dad. What other way that I want to get? And like Doug just said, he making money. My son making his own money. He out of my damn pocket. He adding on to the James legacy on his own. He adding a whole nother room or wing onto the James legacy. You know where I come from as LeBron James? A teenage mom. And you got the nerve to tell me that what I have done for my family and what I'm doing with my kids when my dad wasn't even there, that I'm being a bad father? Man, come on, Stephen A. Smith. Hey, you tripping,
dog. That was motivation. Let's go whoop his ass. We about to come whoop your ass thanks to Trey. I'm ready to go.
Man, Stephen A. Smith gonna knock you out.
Ain't no way in hell.
You gonna be the one person he catch by accident.
No, I remember
but listen, this the thing though. It don't matter who you are, how tough you are. Everybody can get knocked out. You get hit the right way. Mm-hmm. That just is what it is. The thing that everybody mess up is when you go into it thinking that someone can't knock you out.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's not get on to him knocking somebody out. I'm just saying
what you said. Like,
I'm just saying as a father, you tripping. And how many other second round picks? So what's the name of the Hawks second round pick? They said it was gonna be like Ant-Man. What's his name?
The from overseas?
What's his name?
I don't remember his name.
Thank you.
What you mean? It's a hard name to pronounce.
No. This not an indictment on you, Be Rich. You got to see where I'm going. Stop taking it personal like you told Aaron before the show.
Hey, man, go.
All right, stop taking it personal, okay?
Go.
All right, so what's his stats like? What he been doing in the G League?
He not playing.
He has played some games, but he's played some games in some other leagues.
I didn't even know.
What has he done?
I don't know.
Thank you. So, this is a second round. This is where I'm going with this. You should have been following along by now.
I'm not.
Bronny James is a what, Be Rich?
A G leaguer.
He's a second round pick that got drafted after that player. Oh. So if we not studying what he's doing, if we giving him time and grace, why the hell Bronny James can't get time and grace? Okay, I don't give a damn if LeBron made a spectacle from people's opinion and said that he was better than some pros. Give him some time. We not talking about all these other second round picks. Hell, you don't even know the name of our second round pick. What he's doing, the man could have lost his life in some hookah bar for all you know. Man, could have. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying is we don't know what's going on him, but yet Bronny James is being put front and center to where we're not giving him. The media not giving him a chance to grow. And I'm such a polarizing figure. I'm talking about LeBron. Such a polarizing figure that you want to take the time to say, as a father, stop it. Stop what? He's developing like other second round picks. Stop what?
I got you.
Stop what?
I got you.
What am I stopping?
Hey,
man, you tripping.
I'm feeling it. What you said.
Man, you tripping.
I felt it on every bone.
Man, you tripping. Man, you tripping. Like, seriously. And I'm talking to you now.
Can I move
I'm talking to you now.
That's what I want to ask you. What are your top 10 cornerbacks to ever play in the NFL?
Man, dog, I need to do research on that. You just springing. You just springing, dog.
You can name
Come
five
on, man.
cornerbacks.
Pull
it up.
Dog, we done did a whole show about Vick. Now we just springing this on.
That's a reason. Just like you made me ask about a second-round player. I don't even know his name.
Okay.
I'm asking you.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Jeez. Okay. All right. Just off the top of my head, I would say you got to go Deion in there. Man, you know what, man? Rod Woodson. I know Rod Woodson moved to safety later, but Rod Woodson. Now, a lot of people say Mel Blount. I can't add him. But I'm saying, don't add him to the list yet. I said I can't add him to my list because I never saw him play.
Okay, but I got you.
All right. So to the ones I'm going to add to my list, right? I'm going to go Charles Woodson. Woodson, dog. I'm talking about from college, bam, to him getting in the league, I'm talking about game-changing plays.
Thanks.
Then moving, then being like moved to safety, and the man still making plays, like, and turning like the player
If
franchise.
anybody feel you, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Charles Woodson.
Just one more.
Man, we got dog. We got to go. We got to go with the guy who graced our show.
Who?
I'm gonna put Champ Bailey on there.
All right, thank you. Now,
I'm gonna put Champ Bailey.
Where in the world does Asante Samuel fit in that?
I wouldn't put him as a top 5 cornerback, but I know where you're going with this.
Thank you.
You're going to the Asante Samuel Deion thing, right? Asante Samuel, I mean, he has a right to feel how he feels.
Yeah, but
he has a right to feel how he feels.
He do.
He has a right to feel how he feels.
And on that note,
he has a right.
Take us out of here,
he has a right to feel the way that he feels.
I know this is old when it comes out.
I mean, he's a player though. I mean, he was a baller, but I can't say he's Deion. Man, Deion one of those players that
they ain't even throw at him, bro. 2 get interceptions.
Man, just everything around Deion, and I know we can't bring up off the field, don't make what happened on the field that much better. But I'm just saying, Deion was just. He's just a polarizing figure, man. Deion changed teams. Like, Deion go to the 49ers, they win because they were having an issue with Dallas. The man switched to Dallas, and they win in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He's not the only reason because now they had players along the line from 49ers that switched from 49ers to Dallas and Dallas. What's my man name? The big not T.O.
Oh,
the big and Doug can look it up, man.
Norton, the great Norton.
No.
I know you're talking about
the big defensive end was a terror. He played for the 49ers and Dallas.
I see him.
I'm talking about somebody was one of the best players on both of those defense. I cannot think of his name. Man, I'm talking about he was like
we was in the suite with him when we went to the Dallas game.
Man, I'm talking about he was a dominating player.
Man.
That he switched as well, so I can't put it all on Deion. Maybe if you look up that Dallas team or 49ers team, we might be able to find. We can look it up at another time. Yeah. But he switched.
I know you're talking about. I see his face, everything.
So I can't give it strictly to Deion, but I'm just saying.
He changed, man.
I can't put Asante on Deion level, but hey, I understand if that's how he feels about himself. I understand if that's what he feels about himself.
That's all I want to say. I just wanted to bring that up. But hey, you can take us on out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Well, look, on that note, man, we about to get on up out of here, man. The Waterboyz Show, once again, man, we got a lot of great things happening, man. Things are really good. Aaron was ready to swing on everybody before the show.
Yeah.
So, man, listen, y'all send Aaron some love in the comments. And, dude, look, I'm going to say this before we go, too.
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
Because I never talked to him. This man right here.
Aaron Walt Pittman.
This man had some bots. Or some friends.
Well, what's a bot?
A bot is somebody, you know, they get a little AI bot that leave comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
This man right here, and he can deny it all he wants, but I know it's the truth.
We know you did it.
This man has some bots or some friends who he's sending to our YouTube pages to make comments on his behalf.
On his behalf.
On his behalf.
On his behalf.
On your behalf.
On your
Don't
behalf.
act like you don't know.
Hey, when you look to the left and right 3 times.
Like that making that face it's not gonna make it true.
Right.
Somebody made a comment about me?
Yes.
Well, they made it. So listen, Doug, check this out. T, I want you to hear this too. Have you ever gone on a video and seen not one, but two people, separate people on the video say, man, this audio is fucking crisp. And then
it's some of the best audio I've ever heard.
And then somebody else like, this audio is incredible. 2 separate people. Those are now, don't get happy because we know that's family. We know they your friends.
Yeah,
we know they bots. Hey, man. Listen, we love you. We love the job you do.
Yeah,
but
man,
listen, you won't get no more kudos. We'll give you some lotion for them ashy ankles. Yeah, you know the answer too. This man ankles, boy, he look like he got on some white footies, but it's just his actual leg.
Bro.
Boy, look like he been just crawling around in chalk all day, boy. I don't know. That's my favorite line. My son tells me every time, he say, I know, Dad, I look like I've been crawling around in chalk. You know what I'm saying? Because I said whenever they ask you, look like you've been crawling in chalk all day. But yeah, 2 people said the audio was crisp. And no, I'm not. You can tell them yourself because you know they friends of yours. Some of your clubhouse buddies.
I believe you.
Clubhouse homies because they rhymes better than clubhouse buddies. Clubhouse homies.
What is that audio crisp though?
I mean, that shit sound all right.
All right.
It sound like audio. Hey, if my voice on it, far as I'm concerned, it sounds damn good.
Facts. Thank you.
Yeah, tell me that.
Nah, hey man, you know what? And you know what? Another person, and then we finna get out here for real. Another person said a whole nother person said you better clean the fish tank. On a whole nother video, said it's disrespectful to the fish, and you better clean the fish tank. So
Talking about since last week? Another?
Yes.
Oh my, all right.
yes.
I tried to call the fish man. He's not answering.
Man, you say these kids are better at technology. Man, get on YouTube, get on TikTok. I can pull up a TikTok. You know what? I bet I can pull up a TikTok
How to clean
fish
the fish
tank cleaning video
All right, we're gonna do that.
right now.
All right, man, come on, let's get us on out of here.
All right, man, don't be trying to rush there. I gotta go get my kids. But anyway, man, on that note, we about to get up out of here, man. Atlanta, always remember the Waterboyz Show. We represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, my partner B Rich, and Aaron, the audio is so great, Pittman.
Whoa, Pittman.
The Waterboyz Show, we are out.
Kill the camera.
Shout out to the Waterboyz in the hood, man.